Hello, dears. I hope you're well. Well, here we are in the first week of a new year. And I don't know about you, but I've finally gotten over my usual post-Christmas letdown, complicated this time around by a late-stage coronavirus pandemic year funk. But now we've closed out a year that most of the world would like to forget. And we've started a new one that has every possibility of being a much better one. Yeah, well, it can be helpful for us to look over the previous 12 months at our personal experiences and find something, anything, that we can use as a warm memory to help us enter the new year with hope. Yes. Well, for me, that would be a 4-week 2-RV road trip that I took in the fall to some of our wonderful national parks with my 2 daughters and their families. A month-long escape from the monotony of COVID restrictions, as well as the western wildfires that were raging then. Well, we didn't get away from the wildfire smoke completely until we'd gone all through Oregon and Washington and northern Idaho, and we had to skip Olympic National Park, much to my regret, because the air quality getting there was so bad, and several of our party had asthma. So there were places we couldn't even stop, and we couldn't eat inside restaurants because of the coronavirus, and we had to social distance and wear our masks everywhere. But then, when we got to Glacier National Park in Montana, we were rewarded by the glorious views, somewhat blurred by rain and fog at times. And it was quite cold, as I recall, but still. Oh, I bought this in Whitefish, Montana. Isn't it sweet? Yes, and I bought some, souvenirs and some pottery, a couple pieces of art. I do like to contribute to the local economy when I'm traveling. I think it's a courtesy, don't you? Well, from there we went on to Yellowstone. Always a delight. No matter what is happening elsewhere, one can always count on Old Faithful. And bison. Lots of bison. And then on the way home we stopped at places like Jackson Hole and Salt Lake City. Oh, it was quite a trip. Over 2,000 miles. Oh, by the time we got home again, I was quite relaxed. Or perhaps that was exhaustion. Anyway, there was so much to see along the way, once the smoke cleared. Although I don't think the young ones saw a great deal of it. I know they were quite dismayed to find that once you got out of the urban areas, internet access could be quite spotty. They'd be rolling along and they'd inevitably be texting or watching a video on their phone or their iPad or what have you. And then suddenly it would be out of range and service would drop. Oh, they hated that. Yeah, well, although we were going through beautiful landscapes and at places they've never been before, they would simply then go to sleep. Well, I hope we got enough photos along the way so that we can show them someday what they missed. I myself am not much of a photographer, but I did get some shots of wildlife I'd like to show you. Well, I know that, strictly speaking, they might not qualify as wildlife, but I need subjects that will hold still. I have a little problem with my technique these days. But I did get a good shot of my elder daughter in action. It's a good thing we had her aboard to handle those inevitable on-the-road repairs. She's so handy. Well, there it is. So find your own 2020 highlight and cling to that warm memory as we move into what we hope will be a brighter, less anxious, perhaps less smoky 2021. So long for now, dears. Remember to be safe, be kind, and be happy. Cheers!